Hey, what's up, YouTube? Casey here with Lions Den Investments and Reviews. Hope you guys are having a good day. Um, Bear with me here. I've got a new mic that I'm testing out, so hopefully the volume works out here on the video and the quality is a little bit better. Hey, if you guys are new to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Hit the like button as well. It helps with the YouTube algorithm. And let's get started in on the markets and some of the news that took place over the weekend here. For starters, guys, Bitcoin, just looking at the technical charts here, I'm not going to get into too much technical analysis because these markets are so volatile, and I've got more of a long-term approach right now when it comes to the whole blockchain space and cryptos. That I really don't want to try to label price predictions and where I think things are going like a lot of YouTubers do, because let's face it, a lot of these guys are day traders, and if you want to, if you want to lose money, uh, feel free to go ahead and day trade, especially in a bull run. It's one thing that I learned pretty quick not to do, because you end up getting priced out. You think you've hit a top, and we drop a little bit. You get out with some profits. You're feeling good about it, and then instead of falling much lower, it just turns right back around and leaves you in the dust. So not a good strategy, in my opinion. Um, Now it's not to go. That's not to say that you can't do it, right? Or that you can't go long or you can't short Bitcoin or some of these other cryptos. But you better know what you're doing, and you better have some good cash management strategies put in place for yourself. Okay. Um, with that said, though, Bitcoin right now, I told you in my last video. If you haven't checked it out, go watch it. I'll leave a link in the description somewhere at the top of the screen here. And what I was saying was that we were looking for on this downward trend on the Bitcoin charts. We were looking to break resistance, right? We had to settle above 39,200. And if you look here, last night, as of last night, we broke 39,200. At the high point, we got up to about 40,900, okay? Which is good because that is a bullish sign for Bitcoin. That's exactly what we needed to reverse the trend here from down going back up. All right, and if we go any higher, we're going to create a new higher high, and then higher lows. And guys, from here, literally, we got to go back all the way up to about 59,000. We do have some resistance here, probably around like 49,000. So I'm expecting we could bounce around in that range for a little bit. But again, you don't want to try to project all this stuff and predict the markets, because you can be wrong. And I'm not the first one to admit, that I don't know everything. Okay, so don't listen to me when it comes to financial advice and trading these markets. But that's Bitcoin. Right now the market's looking pretty good, guys. We're in the green. Ethereum is back up to 2,500, 2,570. But let's go over here real quick because I want to show you a couple articles that came in on Bitcoin. And this is pretty interesting because this is the first upgrade Bitcoin is actually going to receive in at least 4 years. All right. Basically, it's called Bitcoin's Taproot upgrade, which gets its 90% mandate. All right. So Taproot opens up new possibilities for privacy, multi-signature wallets, and security, as well as scaling. The most significant improvements to Bitcoin protocol in years now has enough mining support to lock in activation. According to the parameters set forward by a speedy trial, if at least 90% of the blocks mined in any of the designated 2-week difficulty periods signal their support for the upgrade, then the activation process can begin. Okay, so it's not set in stone yet, and they're talking about a time frame for this being rolled out sometime in November. I'm not going to go into too much of the article here because it gets real technical. It starts talking about block times, blocks mined, within a period. Have to include a little piece of encoded information that indicates that the miners who mine those blocks are in favor of the upgrade. So it's kind of a voting process, sounds like. And yeah, we'll just have to wait and see what happens with that. But I'll leave the link for the article here in the description below. And that brings me to this other article here. This is Paul Tudor Jones, okay? This is no big secret. This guy here is a billionaire investor in Bitcoin. For a long time, he really wasn't on board with cryptos, and now he flipped just in the last year and is 100% in on cryptos and blockchain. But he says, I like Bitcoin as a portfolio diversifier, okay? He said acts like a defense position and as a store of wealth. He also goes on to talk about, um, like you wonder why Bitcoin has a $2 trillion market cap and gold is at 1865 an ounce. And the reason is that you have this dichotomy and policy that again questions the institution's credibility. He basically goes on to say and talk about inflation and some of the stuff that I've been covering on my channel. And it's kind of funny because I was reading the article and it sounded a lot like what I've been saying, if you follow my channel about inflation and why you want to hedge against that for the coming months and get into, you want to be on the right side of the transaction of wealth because it's a transfer of wealth. That's basically all it is. And you can be on the wrong side of that transaction or you can be on the right side. So which one do you choose? For me, I'm 100% on. I'm 100% in on the right side of the transaction, that being in blockchain and cryptos. And like I said before, you're going to see these crypto prices take off. Bitcoin hit its all-time low. They did exactly what I said they would do. They bought it up for pennies on the dollar, and now they're jacking it back up in price. So if you like that, it's extremely bullish for the markets, especially with Bitcoin's upgrade. Do you like all that and you're bullish on it? Hit that like button. Give it a like. And guys, that's really all I had for today's video. I'm going to keep it kind of short today and not talk too long. But if we go back to the charts again, if I know a lot of you guys that follow this channel are Theta and T-Fuel investors, so we'll just look at those real quick because right now we're looking pretty good on Theta and T-Fuel as far as prices. We broke through this ABC correction and we're going into a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 impulse wave on the Elliott impulse wave here. And right now you can see it's playing out pretty much along the lines of this first leg on Theta. Okay, I don't think we've hit the peak on Theta yet as far as the first leg. We'll have to wait and let it play out. But we could go probably as high as like $10.60 maybe, pull back down. I'm not really sure. Nobody is, again, because we don't have a crystal ball. But you can get a good idea just looking at the impulse waves, what we're doing. And that brings me to the next point, which is Theta Labs. As of tomorrow, their NFT marketplace goes live. So I'm waiting for announcements that might roll out tomorrow on Theta Labs for the NFT marketplace because that's going to be some big news. That'll definitely get Theta going up in price, guys. So if you like that, yeah, smash that like button as well. T-Fuel right now remaining pretty strong. See here on the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 impulse wave for T-Fuel, we're on a daily chart. You can see we finished. This one's more prominent as far as peaks on leg 1 and then coming down on leg 2. So I would say we're pretty much finished with leg 2 because we just busted through and now we're starting leg 3 on T-Fuel. Okay, and we're almost about ready to smash through resistance here at about 58, 59 cents. And from there, yeah, I don't think you're going to get these big wicks like you did back here that sent us up to like 72 cents. And you're not going to get that this time. Once we close a candle above the daily here at about 58, 59 cents, we're off to the races, guys. And, just not trying to set in stone projected targets here, but, I mean, I'm expecting us to go at least to $1 and somewhere in between $1 and $1.45. But that's yet to play out, so we'll see what happens there. But yeah, I mean, other than that, guys, the markets are looking extremely bullish. And, I've reiterated in the past on my channel, these guys want what you have, okay? So why on earth would, knowing all this and studying the fundamentals like I've been showing you, would you pay attention and just be solely sucked into the technicals, If you're ever in doubt, zoom out, okay? What I mean by that is you can zoom out to the longer time frames like the weekly and monthly charts, or when you zoom out, you don't even look at the technical charts and you start focusing on the fundamentals to see what the sentiment in the market is. Because if it's bullish, guys, at the end of the day, it's the fundamentals that drive the prices up because the fundamentals impact the psychological emotions of people. And people are the ones that have the money to put into these markets to make the prices move, okay? And we're starting to figure out a lot of this through like the manipulation from the big institutions in the game that they were playing over the last 2 or 3 months, Guys like Elon Musk tweeting, that they weren't accepting Bitcoin any longer. That's another thing. He just came back out last night and made a retweet saying that they're going to accept Bitcoin again. So, it's people with money that are driving markets, and they can manipulate that sometimes. So you have to be cautious of that when you're a day trader. That's why I'm more long term right now. And one thing you might do, this isn't financial advice, but you might start locking up some of your tokens for passive income, because guys, right now I don't care about the prices. I'm making money in my sleep. And if you want to make money in your sleep, smash the subscribe button, watch my channel, because I'll show you how to do that stuff, okay? The other thing you can do is go to academyofcrypto.com. That's my website. I've got a news feed that gives you live updates from my YouTube channel here. So if you miss my videos coming out, you'll see them on the website. And I also show you and teach you about a lot of the blockchain solutions that are in place, like, from decentralized finance to, what a utility token is, what a stable coin is, that kind of stuff. So if you're interested, go check it out. There's a link in the description below for that as well. And with that said, guys, I am finished, and I want you to have a great day. And remember, like I always say, the markets are volatile. Keep your emotions under control. Don't buy into the hype, and you want to be a lion, okay? With that said, you guys take care, and I will talk to you later.